The idea that life is a zero-sum game is a notion deeply embedded in various fields, from economics to psychology. A zero-sum game refers to a situation where one person's gain is precisely balanced by another's loss, making the total sum of benefits and losses equal to zero. In such a system, resources are finite, and every victory comes at someone else's expense. This concept has profound implications for how we view success, relationships, and even competition. But is life truly a zero-sum game? The zero-sum game originates in game theory and economics, where it is often used to model competitive situations like business markets, negotiations, or sports competitions. In these contexts, the assumption is that resources are limited money, market share, or influence, and for one party to win, another must lose. This view leads to competition being seen as a necessity, fostering a mindset that prioritizes self-interest and rivalry over collaboration. But is this approach always accurate? Many economists argue that modern economies are not inherently zero-sum. Wealth creation, innovation, and globalization have shown that it's possible for multiple parties to benefit simultaneously. When new technology is developed, for example, it can generate wealth for the innovator, jobs for workers, and improved products for consumers. In this scenario, everyone wins, illustrating that the economy can be more of a positive-sum game. Humans are wired to perceive scarcity, an evolutionary trait that has helped us survive in environments where resources like food, shelter, and mates were limited. This scarcity mindset can make life seem like a zero-sum game. If someone else gets the job, the promotion, or the house, then you've lost out. This way of thinking often fuels envy, competition, and even conflict in our personal and professional lives. However, psychology also shows that a zero-sum mentality is not the only way to view the world. Positive-sum approaches, where collaboration and cooperation create win-win scenarios, are equally viable. Relationships, for instance, flourish not when one partner dominates the other, but when both give and take in mutually beneficial ways. Friendships, families, and communities thrive on collaboration, not competition. In society, certain structures seem designed to encourage competition, making life appear zero-sum. Education systems rank students against each other, workplaces reward individuals over teams, and political systems often pit parties against one another in win-lose dynamics. These environments can reinforce the belief that life is a constant struggle for limited resources. Yet many examples challenge this view. Societies that prioritize social welfare and communal support often create environments where collaboration leads to collective well-being. Cooperative movements, such as worker-owned cooperatives or community-based resource sharing, demonstrate that mutual benefit is possible. In such systems, the success of one member doesn't diminish the opportunities available to others. The opposite of a zero-sum mindset is an abundance mindset, which sees opportunities as expanding and resources as potentially unlimited. This perspective is particularly evident in creative fields, where collaboration often leads to greater innovation and success for all involved. Open-source software, collaborative art projects, and even social media platforms like YouTube and Instagram allow individuals to contribute to a larger community while simultaneously benefiting from shared success. This mindset aligns with the concept of network effects, where the value of a system increases as more people use it. For example, the more people who contribute to Wikipedia, the more useful the platform becomes for everyone. Similarly, the more people who participate in a social cause, the more impact the movement can have, benefiting all involved. From a philosophical perspective, the question of whether life is a zero-sum game touches on deeper ethical issues. If life is viewed solely through the lens of competition and scarcity, it can lead to moral justifications for selfishness, greed, and exploitation. On the other hand, a positive-sum view encourages values like empathy, cooperation, and altruism. Ethical frameworks such as utilitarianism and the Golden Rule, treat others as you would want to be treated, are fundamentally opposed to zero-sum thinking. They argue that moral actions are those that maximize the well-being of all, not just a few. This suggests that even if some aspects of life may involve competition, the overall human experience is richer and more meaningful when we work together toward shared goals. So, is life a zero-sum game? In many ways, it depends on your perspective. Certain situations like a poker game or a competitive job market may indeed be zero-sum. But these are specific contexts, not life as a whole. The broader human experience, when viewed through the lens of creativity, cooperation, and innovation, reveals the potential for positive sum outcomes. By shifting from a scarcity mindset to one of abundance, we can transcend the limitations of zero-sum thinking. Life is full of opportunities to grow, share, and succeed in ways that benefit not just ourselves but also others. In this sense, life can be more of a win-win than a win-lose proposition. Ultimately, life doesn't have to be a zero-sum game. It can be whatever we choose to make of it, whether a battlefield of competition or a landscape of endless opportunities for collaboration and growth. The choice is ours.